Hello students, in today's lecture we're going to see the exocrine glands and endocrine glands. What are the basic difference between them? We are studying these glands so that we can differentiate between the endocrine and exocrine glands. In the further coming lectures we are going to study about endocrinology, means we will study different kinds of types of glands in detail. So these glands are very important, so we have to study them in detail. So before going to that topic we have to make very clear what are the exocrine and endocrine glands and why they are called so. Let's start. Endocrine glands, they are the ductless type of glands. There are no ducts attached to these glands, so the secretions they produce this come directly into the circulation and they go act on the target organ. Okay, they are the ductless gland, no ducts attached to the gland. And exocrine glands, they are having the ducts, they attached with the specific ducts and they produce secretions. Their secretions are released to the outer surface of the body or to some internal organs through a duct. A duct is present. So in this process the secretions can be, their secreted products are and can be enzymes, mucus or other chemical substances. Here the internal secretions of the gland are known as hormones. What are these? These are chemical substances which are produced by specific cells. They can be in proteinous nature or steroidal type or tyrosine type. Okay, they are complex and they are simple. Now endocrine glands and exocrine glands, both of them perform very important functions in our body. We are totally dependent on these glands and the secretions they produce we will study those secretions. Okay, so first of all let's know what are the various types of endocrine gland. What are the endocrine glands? Endocrine glands are pituitary glands, pineal glands, pancreas, parathyroid glands, thyroid gland, thymus gland, testis, ovaries, hypothalamus and adrenal gland. So you can code it as a P4: pituitary, pineal, pancreas, parathyroid. So 4 P's are there. P4: thyroid, thymus, testis. T3 you can say. H for hypothalamus, O for ovaries, A adrenal. So I have made a P4 T3 HOA. So it's a menomic. And what type of substance they produce? They produce hormones can be divided into 3 types: proteinous, steroidal type and tyrosine type. Proteinous type means their amino acid will be present like insulin. Steroidal type, a steroid ring will be present there. So examples are corticosteroid, mineralocorticosteroids, glucocorticoids, testosterone, androgen, progesterone, estrogens and calcitrol. This comes in steroidal type. Another type, tyrosine type. Here comes T3, T4 and calcitonin. This comes in tyrosine type. If you can say tyrosine is a type of proteinous hormone, but here tyrosine is present, but in proteinous type, in all the proteinous type of hormone, tyrosine is not present. So it's better to keep this in a separate group. Okay, let's see what are the various examples of exocrine glands. Exocrine glands are here. You can see the salivary gland producing saliva, lacrimal gland producing tears, ceruminous gland present in ear produce wax, sweat gland produce sweat. Okay, mammary gland also, liver, pancreas, stomach, Pierce patches of intestine, spleen, tonsil, bone marrow. Here one more thing you can see, pancreas is present in both the cases. Here also pancreas, here pancreas. Some of the part of pancreas they act as endocrine gland, and some of the part of the pancreas they act as exocrine. For example, the pancreatic juice. The pancreas secrete pancreatic juice into the through the duct into the into the duodenum. The duct directly opens into the duodenum that carries the pancreatic juice. Whereas in pancreas, in the tail part of the pancreas, cells are present. Those cells are very small. Those cells are called islets of Langerhans. There alpha, beta, delta and pp cells are present. Alpha produce glucagon, beta cells produce insulin, and delta cells or D cells produce somatostatin. Those are universal inhibitory hormones. Okay, and pp cells, they are not so important, but in insulin, in the coming lectures we will study in detail. When we will study diabetes, we will study those in detail. And coming here, pituitary gland is also called the master's gland because it controls various functions of our body. The like growth hormone synthesized there. Growth hormone, they produce growth hormone, which is very important. And one more thing, the largest gland in our body is liver, and the smallest gland is pineal gland. Remember this. Okay. And the pituitary is also divided into two parts, the anterior part and the posterior part. We will study in detail in the coming lectures. Prolactin, corticotropins and TSH are produced there. Gonadotropins are also, follicular stimulating hormone is there, and luteinizing hormone is present there. Oxytocin they produce. Means pineal gland, pituitary gland is called master gland because it produce lots of hormones are there, like prolactin, growth hormone, thyrotroponin, oxytocin, vasopressins, etc. Thyroid hormones, they produce T3, T4 and calcitonin. Parathyroid hormone produce parathormone, and pancreas produce insulin, glucagon, somatostatin. Adrenals produce, the cortex part produce glucocorticoids and mineralocorticoids, sex steroids, and medulla produce, and medulla part produce adrenaline, noradrenaline. Adrenaline and non-adrenaline, there is a difference. Only if we remove the methyl group, it will become adrenaline. Okay. And then gonads, the androgen, progesterone, estrogen, progesterone, androgen and testosterone. So we will study them in coming lectures in very detail. So here the concept clears. What are the endocrine glands? We will remember through this code I have made, P4T3HOA. So all the endocrine glands can be memorized through this. Okay, these are very important. We have to remember this. Okay, thank you.